Good morning. Well, it's been a long time. I don't know if you've missed me, but I've missed you. Well, there's been a couple things happening in life, but this morning I'm going to pot some tomato plants in some buckets. So let's get that done. Well, all right. I think everybody's noticed that it's been a while that I haven't put out videos for over a year. Well, I want to just take a minute and explain because and show of hands, how many people thought I'd never put out another video? Fooled you. All right. Here's what happened. Well, two things happened. Both are just kind of life happened sort of deals. One thing was that I got the little ceramic shop that I owned half of. Well, all of a sudden my partner went away and I owned all of it. And that made a difference. All of a sudden, most of my day was taken up. And so retirement wasn't really quite retirement anymore. But I've kind of, that's evened out. I'm so accustomed to it now that it's not dominating my every movement. But the main thing that happened was I had some health problems. And especially like this spring. I had a procedure done, and then a recovery period of several weeks. And at this point, I'm healing up. But this spring, there was no opportunity to do a garden. It just wasn't going to happen. I wasn't physically able. And it was kind of that way the majority of the summer last year. So, but that's better now. We're healing up, and I'm looking forward to being able to do things with you. This year, it'll be a little limited, but we're going to follow these couple of tomato plants along, and that way we can talk about trellising and this and that. So anyway, here we go. Now, first thing I'm going to do, like everybody does, is let's pinch off the extra limbs and clean him up. Now, everybody knows tomatoes. You can plant clear up high as you want to. So I've already got a little soil in this bucket, and I'm going to pop him in. I want him to extend above the top of the bucket a little, about like that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my stake. Now this is some cane. It's a piece of cane out of my cane patch. Real similar to bamboo, but it's not bamboo. If you see something growing and you're not sure, the way you can tell is to check it in the wintertime, okay, or in the early spring. Bamboo is evergreen, cane isn't. Now, you want that thing to go clear to the bottom. All right, now, we're going to kind of carefully fill the rest of the bucket, trying not to break off the plant or mess up the stake after we've done all this work, you know. Now, I know a lot of people this day and age don't have the ability, don't have room for a big garden. Or maybe you want to start and you don't really want to start whole hog digging up the yard, but you want to start growing a little stuff, and maybe containers is a good way to start. If you're already have an established garden, I still think you should have a few containers. They're just easy and fun. All right. All right, now the last thing you got to do, like anything else, soak it down. And you got to soak this down pretty good, because if you remember, that root ball's way down in the base of that bucket. So we're going to flat put some water on it, and this stuff will drain really good. This was all right. I'm going to try to finish this. I've been interrupted a couple of times. All right, this is real well drained soil. It is a mixture of potting mix that I bought, and then every year I've dumped it out, I've remixed it, and I've added rabbit manure. So that's what's in it. And so it's pretty easy to, drains pretty well, and it's got pretty good fertility. I know I wasn't able to run radishes in it. I hope I haven't said this already. Like I say, I've been interrupted twice, so I could have missed something. If you're going to use dry fertilizer, you know, that's fine. Use whatever you want to. You can use organic, you can use dry. If you're starting for the first time, mixing up this kind of thing, organic doesn't work very well, because it has to have those organisms and microbiology that's in the soil to break it down. And if you're starting with brand new sterile plant mix, you don't have that. This particular soil has been out by the garden. It's been sitting on the ground, and there's drainage holes in the bottom. So it has all that going, you know, because it's been exposed to the soil for a long time. But any of that stuff works. If you want to go down to Walmart and just get a little box of garden fertilizer and put it in and do it. If you want to use Miracle Grow, you know, it works. If you want to use organic fertilizer, fine. But like I say, make sure you've got something going where it can work. All right. Or just understand that it's going to take a long time to get going. And maybe that's fine. Maybe there's enough fertilizer in the potting mix you're buying to start with. All right, so that's about the extent. That's all. You know, tomato can root all the way up its stem. That's why we trimmed it off and we planted them deep. And I'm gonna bring you back to this in a week or two, and when they start getting a little more height on them. And it'll probably take a couple of weeks, because, you know, you got a little transplant shock maybe. And then after that, you know, they'll start growing. But it's nice and hot out now, and that's the weather tomatoes like. So with them being in this deep bucket and having moisture, they ought to take right off. So that's about that for now. But keep your eye out. I'm going to be coming back, and I'll start showing you how to trellis it. And then we'll go through trimming a tomato, pinching off the suckers, and all those things that maybe the first time gardeners haven't seen. Maybe there's something in there you missed. Or, you know, by gosh, leave a comment if you want to. I love to see them. I try to answer all of them. I'm not successful, but I try to. So if you have a comment, make it, please. Say hi. And I want you all to have a quality day, and I want you all to know, above all, I sure appreciate you subscribers. This has been an odd year. Normally, there's a period of time in late winter to extremely early spring that I always pick up some subscribers. And I think what it is people started thinking about gardening. You know, maybe you've ordered your seeds, but it's too early to get out in the garden. So, you know, you get to thinking about it, and next thing you know, you're watching videos, and then a few people find me each year. And I always pick up 25 or 30 people every spring. This year has been unbelievable. I'm not sure what to attribute it to, but I have picked up, I kid you not, I had a little under 600 subscribers when life stopped me from making videos a little over a year ago. I'm at 750 now. That is unbelievable. So thank you all. And like I say, you all have a quality day. I'll try to see you soon.